Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
the future.
All right.
Beyond twat. I'm going to change things a little bit here. It's complex. But
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to try something. You might not see me anywhere, can you? Oh. I'm the invisible man.
Never looked better, Lembit.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
The majesty of the entire planet. I mean, it's great look. It's a great look on you.
Yeah, that's all I've got, though. Right. Bear with me.
You vanished in the atmosphere.
I know, I vanished into the atmosphere. Hang on. Right. Where am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just get this lined up. I've had a very busy day, and ladies and gentlemen around the world, thank you for your patience. This is live, and therefore we don't edit it. You see it in real time in the real world. And we're going to start in 1 minute. I give myself 1 minute to get this sorted out.
I've got a different feed.
Okay. So there should be 2 of me.
I've got a different feed completely. I'm into move down somebody.
Bear with me. Just give me a minute. With you in just a second. There you go. On your head. Okay, speak to me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No.
Your minute's up though, so I'm performing a coup of Parliament now. I am the new chairman.
We can hear you, we just cannot see you.
We do the test. 16. No, one minute. Say something now, please. Somebody.
Hello.
I can hear you now. Thank you, Ross. That's great. You can't see me, and that's a problem. Well, it's a problem for me. My ego can't take it. I don't completely understand why. Let me see if there's a connection problem. Okay. I've been having trouble because I've been doing a lot of other things. This is the miracle of the internet. Okay. Let me see what happens if I remove the background. It'll be ugly. Remove the background. There we are. That's why, because it's not pointing at me. Okay. That explains everything. For reasons I simply don't understand, the camera has repositioned itself. No.
Welcome to the most technologically advanced democracy on the planet. Your host,
one tiny mistake. One tiny mistake, and this is all you can do.
You have ghost.
No, it's not that. I think that I can actually, I have someone to blame for this as well, which is quite helpful, actually. And there's very good reason for it as well. So, okay. I'm going to find out exactly. We can actually stop the meeting if you want. Seems to have happened. It's beyond all comprehension. There we are. That's close to correct. And you'll be able to see me in just a moment. Okay. Right, it should be okay now. Right, I'll tell you. Hello, greetings. Let me see if I can put the miracle of space back into the system. Then I will explain why I have a problem. Good to see you all first. Welcome, I'm Len Batopic, the Chair of Parliament of Asgardia, for what's going to be a fairly short meeting today, I think. Very pleased that you're here. We have these weekly meetings in order to keep up to date with what is happening in Asgardia. There's news to report, questions and comments, and then we're done. I expect it'll be about 20 minutes. First of all, I have to tell you, I'll explain why the camera had gone wrong in just a moment, but I'll say that as a surprise. First of all, to say that we are still working through the 5 things. First of 5. We're working through all of the documentation for the digital sitting. I've approved it all now, and it is going to the head of nation for decree. So thank you. Very good sitting. Really appreciate everyone who was there, and it was quorate, and it went very well. Secondly, connected to that, I owe some clarifications to at least 2 people here. First, with the protocols. Instead of progressing 2 of the items for legislation, they became protocols. Why? Well, because it's less trouble and not always necessary to make a law when all we really need to do is have a protocol or a guidance. There's some work to do on that. So I'm going to send John Fine a document for his consideration about how we use the protocols. It does not mean that we have to take it to the next reading and make it legislation. Why? I don't really like having too much legislation. I live in a country with too much legislation, in my opinion. I think most of us do. We need the minimum amount of legislation and the maximum amount of results. So on that one, rather than describing it now, I need to spend time thinking about that over the weekend. And I will send that to John for his consideration, and we'll see what you think about that. Also, on the second point, the Space Convention, the Convention on the Galactic Directive, the Prime Directive, I would like to see if we can have a global convention on that with all the best minds around the world. That would be fantastic. I'd be very excited to do that, very pleased to do that. If we can do that, then that could put Asgardia on the terrestrial map for extraterrestrial activity. I've committed to Ferda. I'll send her something for consideration. What would that event look like? How would it be funded? What would it achieve? And that's really, really exciting. So thank you all for your involvement, and I look forward to working with Ferda on that. Third of five, we have got an interesting opportunity now. With the British Interplanetary Society, they reached out to me yesterday and they want me to go and do a speech. I'll find out more about that, but I would suggest if I do that, that we broadcast it live using this technology as part of the output of Asgardia. You can do this too. In your countries, if you have communities, organizations, schools, universities that are interested in what you have to say, then please go ahead and organize it. But please film it, because then we can broadcast that as well. And soon there'll be a very good place that I can help to broadcast all of these important items. 4 of 5 points is that for the chairs of committees, I'll just put this for the record, please do contact me if you have not yet booked your ticket for the Executive Congress in October. I really want to finish the planning for that. And the final point I had to say is we are in a really good place in terms of the focus, which I am hoping every chair of every committee has, so that by October, every chair will have had one big achievement to share with the head of nation at the Executive Congress, and every chair will have one proposal for the next big achievement. There'll be 12 achievements and 12 to come. That's how we will make Asgardia great. Now, before I go to Peter, let me show you why my computer, my camera had been diverted. It was because of this man here. This is Keith Prince, who can talk. Try and say something, see if we hear you.
Can you hear me, Mother?
Try again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Very good.
So Keith has come here to talk about some matters of importance to Asgardia, but he kicked the camera, and I did not realize it. So nobody normally comes into my studio. Well, I'll call it a studio. But he's here. So after we finish, I'll be speaking with him about Asgardian matters and how we can build our profile here in the United Kingdom. Keith, do you want to say something, even if it's only to apologise for what you did to my camera?
Yeah. No. Welcome everybody. It's great to be here with Lembit. I think in Lembit you've got an amazing head, and I'm a British politician. I'm based in London. My role is to scrutinise the work of the Mayor of London. So later on we'll be having a chat about that and how we can promote Asgardia, not just in London but across the UK. And
as you can see, he really is here. Either that or it's an amazing
AI.
Of AI. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna mute him, because otherwise you're going to get potential conflict in the two feeds. Peter, over to you.
Thank you, Chairman. We had a short meeting tonight of the chairs of the committees. Usual sort of high spirits, but in fact, we didn't discuss an awful lot, save we talked about the Galactic Prime Directive and working towards that, and generally just all of our spirits are high, and those of us who are going, which is hopefully going to be most of us, are looking forward to meeting up in Dubai later in the year, when we usually get a huge amount of work done in those few days, and then we'll report back on that. In the meantime, we'll just keep going with our committees, and if anybody owes Dr. Sarah Clark any money, can she please have it? Sorry, this is an in-joke. So that's it really, Lambert. Nothing much to say. Great to see you've got your gear working now, and nice to see Keith as well.
I didn't realize he'd kicked the camera because no one comes into my studio normally apart from the production team, and they know what to do. But Keith came in here in his old-fashioned ways. He'd rather communicate with you by post.
Yeah.
So there we are. Thank you, Peter. Right, so that's what we had. Looking ahead, just very briefly, but in the next 7 days, I need to make sure that everyone really is pretty much in the right place in terms of the Executive Congress. And I really need all the chairs to get all their committees to deliver a big thing by October the 28th. Sarah.
I just wanted to thank Mr. John Fine and the LMRG for those who keep up with Asgardian news. The tax act, which was passed, was decreed and signed into law this week. So I just wanted to thank everybody who spent the time and the effort and the many, many hours to make that come to fruition. And I would like to thank my deputy chair for being here to celebrate our win. And yes, so let's just keep the ball rolling. And thank you, everyone, for your efforts.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Much appreciated. And well done. You've got something done which has taken so many years. Probably is about 5 years. And we also note Alexander Rizzi's contribution. He spent a lot of frustrating months, years on it. And so you were standing on the shoulders of giants, and you've done a great job there. Thank you. John. Can't hear you, John.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a question about the Executive Congress. I know Linda said in her communication to us that everybody should try to get there around the 28th. If we arrive, say, a day early, like 27th, are there still going to be arrangements at the airport, or is it too early? I'm confused on my ticket because it says I'm arriving on the 27th, and then down below that it says you're going to be there the next day, the 28th. But
yeah. I'll tell you what's happening. I'll save you time. You're flying east. You are leaving on the 27th and arriving on the 28th. I know that. I know your ticket.
Okay.
Don't worry. If you can get there on the 27th, it means you've basically got a hypersonic aircraft.
Well, no, I think I'm leaving on the 26th now.
Okay, let's work that out offline. Doesn't affect other people.
Yeah.
I better check that. We'll see. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. But thank you for asking.
Okay.
Anything else today? I've got a fairly light agenda because I'm really pleased. When we finish all the administration for a digital sitting, it's a very brief week that I'm not doing it, and then it all starts again. Everything from the first readings to working out the protocols and everything else. Okay. let me keep it fairly short then. Let me just say the action steps I have, and this is my summary for the meeting. The action steps I have are quite simple. The first action step is that we have without any doubt made a great digital sitting there. Really, really good, really effective. Second one is I need to write about the protocols to my two colleagues. Well, so the protocols in the working group to John Fine and the working group to Ferda, so that we go forward. I would like then to share what we're doing with Head of Nation as well in the next week or so that he can consider if we're doing it in a really good way. The next thing, which in my view is important, is that we look for opportunities to talk about Asgardia, and we can broadcast those as well. That's a really good thing that we can do. Really good thing we can do. And then the final thing is that we have reasons to be cheerful, to celebrate, because we now have a date by when all the committees need to have delivered one big thing. So all the committees need to be active. So thank you very much indeed, everybody. If nobody else has anything, I better get to the meeting with Keith, who looks like he's fallen asleep, but he's making notes. That's why he looks like he looks far away the way you do sometimes, John. But I know he's roughly the same distance as I am from his computer. Is there anything else that anybody would like to discuss? I will need to call you, Sarah. I'll do that straight after the meeting, in fact. Okay, so John Ferda, I'll write to you too about the two different matters. Peter, thanks for running the previous meeting. Thanks everybody who's organised their travel. And let's hope we get everybody there. Last word to Ariadne.
Well, maybe I lost something, but I want to know why Mr. Kane Price is with us. I don't hear too much words about him, and I welcome him here for him. And why? I want to know more about the interest of him in Asgardia. Thank you.
Right, I'm going to unmute him and mute myself.
Oh, hello there. Yeah, I am actually a Asgardian member of Parliament. I've been so for a few years now, and I've worked quite closely with Lembit on a number of Asgardian issues, and because of my political background, I give him advice on political issues in the UK.
And you'll be seeing quite a lot more of him, actually, because that's why he's here, because we're talking about how he can increase his contribution. So it's a good question, Ariadne. But then there are other people who've come back in as well, which is really good, getting more active, because the Parliament has really got energy. That's why. Simple as that. Great. Thank you very much indeed. Then we'll finish there. We got 31 briefly. So at 15, I'll shut it down. Sarah, I'll give you a call in a few minutes' time. John, Fred, I'll try and get those written down tomorrow, and then we can make progress in that way. So thanks. Have a great rest of the day. We really appreciate your efforts, and let's make some really serious progress in the weeks ahead. And every committee chair, I say this to you present, or if you're not present, if you're watching it, everyone has to have produced something for the Executive Congress. I want that to be a festival of results. And I know you can do it. I know we can all do it. Thank you. All right. So, and I'll make sure, Ariadne, that this man starts working very hard. We can start the broadcast. If you'd like to join, by the way, go to Asgardia Space Nation, €100, dollars or pounds, and you can be part of this as a resident, which will become a citizen too. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll be in touch with you.